He instated it in 1480 on receipt of a sizable contributions from his other activities. Okay, so it says in 1484, it says Torquemada. I'm saying it wrong. 10 out of 10, I'm saying it wrong. My apologies. Okay. Became the first Inquisitional General of Spain. The first Inquisitional General of Spain. It says the Holy Office of the Inquisition was established in Portugal in 1536. It did not come into complete control of the Jews, and it did not come in Lusitania until 1547. Okay, it says in the decades prior to 1547, Jews and converts and new Christians fought for their life and the privilege to leave Portugal, at first with and ultimately without their possessions. So why all of a sudden they wanted to leave everything behind and just leave Portugal to wanting to stay and, you know what I'm saying, stay there and stay with their possessions? Wait till I keep reading, it's gonna trip you out. Okay, it says in 1580, Philip II took over the Portugal throne. Spain ruled Portugal until 1640. So Spain, check this out. Spain was doing inquisitions, sending people out in Spain, right? From Spain, excuse me. Then they took over the Portugal. They took over the Portuguese throne. Let me get it. Philip II in 1580 took over the Portuguese throne, right? Spain ruled Portugal until 1640. So it says when Portugal regained its sovereignty. Check this out. Portuguese regained its sovereignty, although the Portuguese and the Spanish Inquisitions operated independently. How could they operate independently and from 1580 to 1640 they was being ruled by the same ruler? So they were in cahoots. It was part of the Spanish territory. Okay, so they can't say they rule independently. They operated independently because that's a lie. It says for many years after 1580, the Spanish Inquisition, they had an office in Lisbon because why did they have an office and why did they keep it? It says because the Spaniards considered the Portuguese too lenient in their treatment of the Jews, Moors, and other heretics. Israelites, Moors, and other heretics. Jews residing in Portugal currently anticipated the arrival the arrival of the Spanish Inquisitioners to Portugal, and in 1580 and 1581, many Jews crossed the border into Spain. Many others wound their way to the New World, establishing the Spanish Inquisition had achieved the greatest historical notoriety. The Portuguese was regarded as being more vigorous and cruel. The Portuguese Inquisitioners were sadly known as devourers of humans' flesh, right? So we know when these people came over here, right? What was the first thing they started doing when they got hungry? And they didn't plant no food. they start going in our graves and digging up our dead and eating the decaying bodies. Okay. And then when they didn't want to eat um, decomposing flesh, they decided to kill us and eat us fresh. Okay. So that's that. If you don't believe me, search it out. Okay. Bring up this document, read it, and go on the links that they have to it or the books they bring up, the information they bring up, and you will see. Okay. So it says the Spanish territories in the New World, says the Spanish throne divided its New World colonies into viceroys. It says the first division took place early in the 16th century. So this all took place early in the 1500s. It says New Spain with Mexico as its capital, New Castile or Peru. So when they say New Castile, they only talking about Peru. They only talking about Jerusalem. They only talking about Jerusalem. They only talking about how use a lion. They only talking about the Most High's land. Okay. With Lima as its capital, where the two first viceroys founded, says New Spain consisted of what is Southwest United States. Okay, so we talking about ass to land, my people. We talking about um the whole Louisiana Purchase. We talking about Texas. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a big chunk, of North America. It says all of Mexico and Central America and the Spanish islands, in the Caribbean, Santo Domingo, Puerto Rico, Cuba. It says in the far north, in the far east, the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? You know it's Hebrews in the Philippines. Okay. Okay. It says Peru encompass what is now Venezuela, uh, Colombia, the Panama, and parts of Ecuador. Rue de la Plata was formed in 1776 in the territories of today Argentina's. I'm not gonna say that right. I'm not gonna say that right, but you see it. You see it. Okay, with Buenos Aires as its capital. The viceroys. Okay, check this out. It says Jews in the New World. It says the Jews played some part in the discovery of America. It says their expulsion meant that the aristocracy, having eliminated its richest competitors. So the Jews, the Israelites, the Hebrews, was its richest competitors, and they eliminated them. How did they eliminate them? Well, you could say, oh, by expulsion. They, okay, and was not free to extend its regimen to the New World. And this is in fact what happened. Many historians have speculated that Christopher Columbus was a Jew. It says today, however, most scholars prefer to focus on the overwhelming uh, documented role of Jews in Columbus' voyages of discoveries. Jews were present in Hispaniola, now Santo Domingo, and what? Haiti. Okay, it says in other Caribbean islands as early as 1495, but we know that the Israelites was in these lands way before 1495. Okay, it says there was at least 6 converts with Columbus on his first voyage, along with Torres, Luis Torres, regarded as an interpreter due to his knowledge of the original languages, Hebrew. Due to his knowledge of speaking